sort of the easier lineup to execute. I feel like they have just, it's just, I don't know. I think these heroes they're pretty simple to play. You know, you have a lot of nuke power in your CM, your ET, your Lina. They're all kind of sustained by the CM aura. This Timber, so he might not have the absolute easiest lane since he's against this Ursa, but he might be okay with the backup of save. And they have a lot of damage inside the Chronosphere. They do have this big carry, this big scary carry in the Void who can scale very well. So I think VP have a very kind of it's easier to execute than Secret's lineup. But yeah, I mean, it's the Chen Storm that's kind of maybe the X factor in this game. But I think this mid lane matchup, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this one goes.
Yeah, I think it'd be fair to say, while VP's draft is easier to execute, Secrets can be more volatile. If they do get that potential lead we were kind of talking about, then you can see them very quickly running over this game with the Storm Chen combo you mentioned, having Ursa Pango, the Ursa Spirit. Like, it's all activity is the idea. We'll just have to see if that can come to fruition. I mean, so far, VP, they're committing 3 heroes down here. I wonder if Ilias is going to head up now. I do enjoy seeing one of the classic matchups that make all POS5 players cry, which is Ursa VCM, so she'll get out of that lane quickly.
Yeah, and I think this top matchup, this lane should be, at some point it should start becoming quite nice for the Void. These 2 melee heroes, you've got the CM to back you up. You can just jump on top side, actually.
He's looking done. One more hit. Nice blocks from YapzOr to save him, though.
He doesn't have a sub, though.
No.
And the Nova, if he carries up, he should have this in a few seconds.
There it is. Oh, the final hit comes out. Ilias, although your right clicks are low, they're not that low. He will be able to finish it.
Yeah, and you see mid lane also. Nisha might be in trouble here.
And that's a big creep wave.
Another 2 nukes.
Oh, he does say as well.
Done.
He does. Nisha has to stand and fight. Backs up now, has got the salve. He can't afford to go down like this. It is going to get cancelled pretty early, and GPK still looking healthy. LSA is once again on the mark, and GPK crushing Nisha's hopes of getting away.
And also kind of just crushing Nisha in this lane, I would say. A solo kill completely on his own. Sure, he has the CM aura to get some of that additional mana, but Nisha, bottom net worth right now. 700 net worth versus the 1500 GPK, man. This is...
Top versus bottom. All right, not something that people would have expected to say about Secret for the year they've been having, but more recently, you know, VP, they've been the ones that have been the scary, more formidable team, especially in this tournament.
Yeah, they're looking very strong, I would say. Just as a team, I think their drafts are great. I think their understanding of the game right now is it's definitely up there, and it doesn't hurt to have these great sort of individually talented players. I mean, GBK kind of the one that comes to mind, but even, I mean, DM and Epileptic the Kid too, save as well.
Oh yeah, like everyone. You know, Ilias, he's really stepping up in the fight role.
You know,
you list them all.
I don't want
right
to leave him out. Yeah, I didn't really want to leave him out, but then it's just like individual performances. But then I'm just mentioning everyone.
The POS1 players and how they forget how important the POS5 player is, folks.
No, I actually do think that Ilias is one of the stronger position 5 players right now.
Yeah.
At least in the kind of European CIS region.
Also,
still,
just love
I mean, look at the mid lane. Nisha is not.
Yeah, it's not getting better. And he's at least got double digits on last hits now, but the problem that I see here is GPK is very easily going to beat him to 6, and then it's very easy for him to just kill Nisha.
Yeah, I mean, he got the early bottle. He's also having help from the CM aura. It's easy for him to just continuously spam out these nukes, make Storm's life quite miserable, and like you said, beat him to 6.
Speaking of being beat, YapzOr's going to be beat in the face by EpiKid. He blocked the rollout attempt. These lanes, VP, they're getting everything they want. The only lane that hasn't started hemorrhaging is this bot lane, and I mean that's just because Ursa Chen should be a very hard 2 for Timber to bite into.
Yeah, Matsudo, he did go 2 points in Earthshock, and I'm not sure this is the right approach against this lane.
Yeah,
it takes away your kill potential sort of on the Timber, and it makes it so that the nukes on VP are going to be hurting you. So you can't really trade efficiently.
And DM always has an easy escape, right? Like, you can just go for the Timber chair. I guess maybe 1 point would have made sense from the, I need to, like, once Timber's 6, I need to get out of the Chakram potentially, but 2 points, it's ballsy. I mean, if he starts to find kills, it pays off. Otherwise, there will be a slight question mark behind it. Oh, look at this save. He's smoked up. They aren't happy with this mid lane. They say, you know what, we should be getting more. GPK just hit level 6. The timing on this rotation is going to be perfect. The save wraps in. Nisha trying to sidestep the stomp, stuck between a rock and a hard place. He would have got caught by either one. And with the Laguna, GPK makes it look simple. And this might be a 6-minute kill on a tier 1 tower in the mid.
The DV making fairly quick work on this mid tower. They weren't really happy with the fact that they didn't like the fact that Nisha is not doubling up the net worth on the Storm nerf. So they're gonna bring.
Apparently not. I was just gonna say, like, of course, yeah, there's a kill top, and that seems nice, right? But this mid is the critical part. Like now, Storm staying on the lane at all is mighty scary. At 5 minutes in.
I'm gonna refill the bottle as well for GPK here. He's going for this early Yules. They might get the...
Yeah, they're gonna get him again. I mean, it's not just the kill that's impressive, the way that this is escalated. I'm trying to think if that time on the tier 1 side, that must have been one of the fastest times we've at least had in this whole league. And now the bot lane is gonna get bad down there as well. But Zimmerman almost killed off. DM doesn't really have the mana to pursue though. And nice blocks from Puppy will save him. But you can already see that DM, he's having a good time down here as well. He's evening up compared to Batummerman's net worth, and the difference is that Batummerman's the one feeling the pressure.
Yeah, I think the thing is, this Maiden is really helping them out, the aura. Just let's save spam these spells and continuously just deal damage. Same thing goes for DM. They don't have enough damage to deal with this Timber Saw since Mato went for this Earth Shock build, maybe to push the lane or something. I'm not sure the idea behind it. But the VP lineup, like I said earlier, I think it's very simple for them to execute here. There's no funny business. There's no, you know, of course, sure, it's very nice that GPK can land all these stuns on the Lina on his own, on the Storm Spirit. You know, that's gonna be very useful for you. But other than that, it's fairly straightforward. You know, you have your Chrono, throw your spells in there, the CM bite, Lina stun follow up. It's all quite easy to execute.
I'm curious if they're going to try and kill Nisha again, because, you know, GPK, he's not currently doubling him up. He might just go looking for kills elsewhere to fix that, though. I mean, you are level 8, you could rotate with his Invis Rune, he's going to do exactly that. To the bot lane they go. Save. Of course, already shown that there's value in the Stomp, he's put a second point in it. If they connect this onto Batummerman, he's all but dead because he does not have Enrage, but that Sentry will save him.
Yeah,
it should be obvious as well.
Nice.
GPK with the pump. Yeah, he realizes that he's actually been revealed as the creeps start to hit onto him. So they'll just look to take the tower instead. They did rotate 4 heroes, so they at least need this objective. Rapsol has arrived. I don't think you want to defend this, though.
I'm not sure that you can. The issue is that Sai, he's only level 4. Epikid going for the Midas, so allowed to be sort of greedy here. And it's also not to belittle VP's sort of strength or as players or as a team, you know, saying about ease of execution. It's more their lineup. It's just kind of clear to the players the purpose of their heroes and sort of what to do. It's when the game becomes simpler for you, it's a lot easier to play better.
Yeah, when you have a clear plan and it's easier to achieve. Like if you're talking about top tier Dota, right, where these players are very evenly matched, it is gonna be the difference quite often. You know, gone are the days where you pick, you know, like an Enigma and a Darkseer and a Naga, and you're like, oh, well, if we hit this spell and then this spell and then this spell, we kill everyone. It's better to just be able to hit one of the spells and that lead to a kill.
Yeah, it's level 7 Void now. 5 just hit on Zai. Secrets? It's looking pretty scary here. There is a lot of damage coming out of this VP lineup. You have the Chen, eventually you're going to get this mech and you're going to get the Hand of God, but the question is if this damage mitigation is going to be enough. You might need a pipe, and it might feel awkward for Sai to have to buy that. It's just not looking great for Secret right now.
The question is, you know, how do you survive as Poppy, right? Like, it could be very easy for them to snipe him out. You know, Save just sticks a Spirit back and forces him to an awkward position. They have Reach with the Timber and the Faceless Void. And with that Yule's almost complete on GPK, yeah, he's always going to be hunting for these clean Yule's LSA nuke down kills.
Yeah, sure. And I also like the decision from GPK. I think a lot of these mid players that I've seen on this Lina hero, they tend to go for this fast Boots of Travel. But I like the Yules. It's gonna give him an ability to set up kills on pretty much any hero. Maybe the Ursa can get out of some situations if he, times to enrage. But no, it's gonna feel very nice for them to just to have all these tools for fighting early on.
Yapso will get away. Zai has got the Rolling Thunder. They have got the Chrono. Do they use? They will, just before we can complete the Rolling Thunder as well. Trying to hit him too quickly though. Split the stomp coming through, dragging him in. Zai still staying healthy, but not for long. Will be brought down. Epic Kid tries for the TP away, but Matumman able to clean him up with a maxed out Earth Shock.
Yeah, sort of. I would say like one of the first kind of mistakes I've seen from VP here. Committing a bit too much maybe for that Pango kill is gonna help out Ursa. I'm not a huge fan though. Matu's going for this Battle Fury. Maybe he realizes that his other teammates are not in the best position, but I just feel like in this game, I don't know. I really would like to see something like some Diffusal or a Basher or something on this Ursa just to be a bit more active. Let your Storm and maybe Pango scale a bit more, but...
Do you think maybe he sees this Midas on Epic Kid and that's what kind of justifies it for him? Is like, okay, he's going scaling. I'll try and match that scale and we'll piece together something because admittedly, we should have good team fight, right? With the double Spirit and the Pangolier. Like, Secret should have a way of fighting heroes. They're trying to fight with DM. Rolling Thunder's going to be charged up. Yules to interrupt. Stomp's going to be there to zone them away. The turner on the LSA stun. Laguna getting low-handed. Got the same, but Zai's gone. But Tummerman also to fall. GPK, what started in the mid lane, will continue up towards the top. Nisha is at least able to TP away barely. But wherever this Lina goes, heroes will fall.
Yeah, GPK just coming in that double stun, all the additional damage from the ET, from the Maiden, and they have that sustain in the Maiden aura still. Epic Kid just free to do whatever he wants pretty much. Just happy to hit some creeps, kind of wherever he wants.
Including those big creeps that have names on them. Oh, wait a second, there's a heroes. Well, that doesn't look like a hero. Oh no, he didn't use it! It's not enough. Nisha gets away. 80 HP. They'll turn around and save. LSA to try and protect him. The slows as well. But ET struggling to get away with this. He was dragged off to the side, but Matumman able to jump in further. He did use the ultimate. The enrage isn't there to protect him anymore. They'll just burst right through him. The Rolling Thunder too late to change that. Ilias will at least die for it. They even it up. It's not too bad considering that's your scaling Ursa and all you get for it is support. So you might lose more as Nisha practically out of mana here. He's got one tiny ball lightning left, and GPK is hunting forward with a Dragon Slave through. He'll clean up another. He's got the Yules as well, so he'll also find another. As he sees Yapzor, the stun will connect, the damage is done, and the Earth Spirit is dead.
Yeah, PP just getting. They got the Maiden, they got the ET. They get two supports. They lose the Storm once again. Nisha also going for this. Well. He's going for the Bloodstone, so Secret pretty much just like full greed. Bloodstone and Battle Fury. And I think when your Pango has this rough a game, I think it's hard for you to play the map when you're going for these items. Of course, the Bloodstone can be kind of useful for Storm in this way because you have this Chen, so you can sort of be allowed to be a bit more greedier and play off of the fact that you can deal damage with the Storm with your Ball Lightning and everything. Also, the Yules might, the Orchids might not be the most amazing thing, as Delina's already got this Yules. Most likely ET gonna go for one as well, and Timber doesn't really care.
Yeah, plus he's going towards the lowest, so he'll be counted out by the time you have it. I mean, maybe, is there an element of like he feels kind of like paper right now as well against the ET who has maxed out the natural order, so this at least tanks him up a bit more?
Yeah, it might just be something like he wants to get more HP so he doesn't just get burst by the Lina or the Lina combined with whatever hero else you're bringing.
That's true, because what happened mid, I mean, when they almost got Nisha, that was without Laguna, right? If Laguna is there every time, Nisha is a very easy kill. I don't think even the Hand of God can save him. Maybe if Poppy's close enough for a mech heal as well.
No, exactly. And GPK, even now, he did have the gold to buy these Boots of Travel. He's just going, screw it. I want the BKB. I want to be, I don't want to have to deal with this Pango rolling around in my face, getting, Earth Spirit on top of me or whatever. Just going for the BKB. Then you can think about how you want to, keep scaling. You still have your Void. He's just farming away with his Midas. So you don't really have to be all that concerned about trying to outgreed this lineup.
I mean, and with the 30 damage talent, like the ability to just right-click into this Pango when it's rolling thundering, like you could easily see Zai die at this rate. Like he still hasn't got a single point shield crash, so it's a pretty pitiful health ball in this hero if he's just being hit upon by this Lina for the entire fight. I wonder. Okay, so yeah, they're not thinking they need strong initiation. They just feel they need Vlads. So Zai, he's not going to be going towards the blink or something like Yules. He's just going straight in for the Vlads. It's kind of all chips on Matumba Man at this stage.
Yeah, Zai, he did get off to, you know, Nisha had a bad start, but Zai had just, I think, at least an equally bad start to this game. He's only level 8. Not really
subtle,
any net
right?
worth to talk of. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's just the mid lane is a 1v1, right? So it's more noticeable. Sure, they did bring the CM at one point, but
it's also how do you recover, right? Like the difference is a Storm has a bad time, goes in jungle, clears stacks. Pangolier, he needs those levels to really ever get to the damage to start thinking about stacks.
yeah, on sort of a positive note for Secret is that they are not really getting out farmed more. Now with the completed Battle Fury on Matumba Man, he's gonna be able to farm some stacks. They brought it back to a 3k just a few seconds ago. And they could start thinking about Roche if VP show too far in the bottom lane. Also, Roche is not the easiest thing for VP to take right now.
I think it's more critical to get the Void out of the way if you want to do it as well, because he has got that Chrono. But look at this. They're actually baiting Epikid top. Save is here. If you jump him, you're in trouble. They got the Spirit. Got to go for the Storm. Will connect onto 2. Epikid's still alive. The Chrono's going to go down. The punishment is going to be made. And they'll look to clean up the Storm first and turn around and do his brother Spirits as a double kill for Epikid. You want the mid. Do they get DM? Do they get consolation prize? The chain? No, he gets away! Last moment as well. Long range on the chain. GPK is now here. Matumba Man needs to run. That was maybe the one bright side for Secret, and they couldn't even find it.
VP are reading Secret incredibly well right now. Just anticipating pretty much every move. Just one, if not more, steps ahead right now. This top move was actually quite impressive. I think they made it. They probably saw them on this ward here at the Radiant Secret shop, and they sort of just anticipate this move. And
it's the trust, though, right?
That's a great idea.
The way that they actually have faith in each other. Because if you're a Faceless Void in this game, let's be honest, right? That's before Ultimate Orb. You've only got Yasha. You feel like it's pretty risky to tank that gank, right? But the upside, it makes it so worthwhile.
No, exactly. Definitely, like you said, the trust is an important factor. And generally, when you see a team with sort of the momentum, I would say that VP has right now, you know, sometimes things just look really smooth, you know, and they feel really smooth for them playing the game as well.
This is not going to feel smooth for Secret. This has been scanned. It's all too predictable at this stage. When this far behind, you need some upside, and you have an Ursa, it seems obvious. But with VP moving over the pit, it might not be easy. LSA, they force out the Enrage. Roll fun and through to cover him to the VKB. GPK looking to go in. The Yules to interrupt the Ursa. They're going to finish it off. He does snatch the Aegis on Matumba Man, but he will instantly give it over. They have lost the CM. However, they are surrounding him right now. Matumba Man has nowhere to run and hide. He will fall for the second time. Rolling from Yapsor is a little bit too greedy. With the DD running, GPK can just stand his ground. And yeah, you get your hands on the Aegis, but I don't think VP care. I don't think they needed it. They're now up 8,000 over Secret.
Yeah, it's sort of a Hail Mary. They need to get that Roche. They don't really have anything going for them.
Oh. Okay, that was too close for comfort. Nisha, he was not even half a second away from getting Yules there. I mean, the vision that VP are playing around this game, like you said, spot out the movement top. It's kind of giving them indications where Secret's trying to move on the map. And they're not afraid to respond. Whether they got Chrono or not, they will just go hunting at all times. So they're going to do that. Zai, one bash might kill him. He gets bashed as he swashbuckles away. They could go for the Chrono. They actually prime it. He's like, no. I know how long a TP takes. That's not why we need this Chrono for anything else.
I mean, with the stage of the game, Epikid can kind of do whatever he wants with this Chrono. If he wants to Chrono his teammates, you know, then you know you go ahead and do that, Epi. You know, this is the one game you get where
Slasher's
we
way,
don't
maybe.
right now we don't really need you. You know, we've got this under control. GPK save. DM already with this Lotus Orb Hood, pretty much unkillable at this point. Maybe with the Ursa, you could try to bring him down, but it's not going to be that easy.
It's a bit tough one. VP. I was saying, you know, the comparison of these two sides, Secret kind of dominating most of this year in VP. You think how these guys started out, right? They started out as the Prodigy team. They take over from the main VP. And now the main VP are sitting in Division 2, while they're stomping teams up here in the upper bracket of Division 1. Look, they stomp more heroes now. They were not able to connect on Anisha, so it looks like Secret will dodge this one. But it doesn't feel good. Right now, you're just running away. You're trying to buy time from Man, but you're not doing it through finding kills. You're doing it by playing a very dangerous game of chicken. Oh no, Zai. Alright, the chicken might get cooked now. They've got the ults. They won't even bother. The Laguna is enough with the magical damage of DM. Question, like, what is the move for Secret here, Podcast? Do you just continue this dodge? Do you try and make a move once the BKB's there on Man?
I think trying to fight when the Chrono is down. So right now, you know, you do have sort of this chance to fight. At the same time, it's so hard against all these spells. Like you said, the BKB from Man is going to be pretty big. But I just don't really know how they get on top of these heroes. There's already the BKB on GPK. You have to catch either the Void before he Chronos, or try to kill the Lina before she can use BKB. And then maybe fight with buybacks. I think those are sort of the ways you could try to take these fights. With that said, though, I think you need to kill so many VP heroes. Even if they lose their Void, even if they lose their Lina, they still have a lot of tools to fight back. Just because of how strong their supports are, just with levels.
The way you're talking about it, it sounds like they need Epikid to use that Chrono anyway. Maybe on his own team, like you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. You know, maybe a botched Chronosphere could give you some opportunity. Maybe you drag the game on for a while. You try to go for the secondary Roche. Get this Aegis on Storm. You know, these type of ideas. It's gonna be hard to turn it around very quickly. You need VP2 to really mess up.
It's hard to just chain stun as well, like you're talking about if you get them pre-BKB, right? Because of this Lotus on DM. Like he can kind of offset your CC that Seeger have. And when we're talking about CC, yeah, it's not like they've got these very easy, clean stuns that last a long time, right? It's not like you've got something like a Beastmaster on your side. There is a skill shot element to them, and they aren't the longest duration.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned sort of the ease of execution of the VP lineup. It's fairly straightforward for them to make these moves.
I mean, you're not joking. They just stand there. DM just takes the pummeling under the tier 2 tower and they clear up the gen creeps. The tier in Poppy's eye. His children are dead. With the creep wave coming in, this tower's going to be dead too. They're just getting to that stage where once all the tier 2s are gone, then the next Roche might be all VP need to try and end the game.
Yeah, you could start thinking about trying to cut some waves with the Storm. Be careful of the Lina and the ET.
Well, speaking of Lina and ET, both of them are the ones now hunting towards Nisha here. He needs to get out quick, just in time. GPK, he's looking for the ults, he gets it! The TP out, he didn't pull line far enough, he's able to pull lightning to dodge out the Stomp and the LSA. He is now out of mana, and they are going to keep hunting. It looks like Chen is going to save him. He's dragging him away, however he's dragging him towards the mid lane, but the Chrono is going to be there. No! That's not the way you help him! The disarm might be, though. Zai saves the day, stops Epikid from finding the kill, and now they'll turn around on the DM. With Ursa here, they might have the damage with the chain stuns coming out. DM is dead, and Chrono is on cooldown. Yeah, very kind of wonky turn of events working out in the favor of Secret. However, VP say, no, we have such a lead that one hero being dead isn't enough. They strike straight away on Zai. But Superman is able to back up in time. He still has that BKB to work with. And maybe you'd be tempted to take a fight considering Epikid no longer has that Chrono available.
Yeah, you could try to make something happen. If you can get on top of the Lina, if you can manage to grab the Lina with the vortexes before the BKB, then you can get Ursa on top.
Oh, stop. Jump in. He's been raised already. Ilias, they're trying to bring him down. He has got the freezing field. LSA is going to be used. They've already got his Storm Spirit. And now Matumbaman in too deep is just going to be ran down and killed off. The Bashes favor Epikid too much. Poppy next to full. No way he can run and hide. They will now get a lot more than just the tower as they claim 4 heads. They'll play in the tier 2 tower. And they might just set up to take the tier 2 top as well.
Yeah, exactly. When you go onto this maiden, you don't even kill her instantaneously. She gets the ult off. Matumbaman has to use a lot of the time for the rage to actually kill her. You still lose Nisha. You lose Nisha in the process, and yeah, in the end you also lose Matsu. So VP, like you said, they're gonna wait for this the second Roche, get that Aegis, get the cheese, and then just start thinking about how to end this game.
It really is one of those rare but rough situations for a Storm Spirit, right? Like, yeah, we talked about this Bloodstone already, but he couldn't have went BKB first, right? That's not really an option for the Storm Spirit, but god damn it, does he wish he had one in this type of game.
Yeah, I think honestly, the itemization by Nisha, I'm not really sure it's of importance this game. Whether you go Orchids or Midas or Dagon, it's not really, I think, the thing to be looked at here. I think the fact that his lane was so rough, you know, whether that's because of him misplaying it or because of the CM or helping out the Lina and sort of this rotation by the CM. I think this is. I think the VP lineup is just. Yeah, I mean, if your Storm is suffering this much, then you have some serious issues.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not just the Storm alone. It's like, if you actually think about it, Secret, they really did lose all their lanes. But Timberman's wasn't a complete catastrophe, but he wasn't building something that was going to allow him to then fight, right? He's the true carry. He's building this Battle Fury. He's looking 20 minutes ahead when you really should be worried about the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, when I see the first 4 heroes of this VP lineup, you know, bar the ET, and I see the first 4 of Secret, I feel like this last pick, you know, I said Ursa is maybe the one that can salvage it, but it's a very tough game for Ursa. Just there's so much range spells. There are so many spells that get thrown at this Ursa, and it's annoying for him when he doesn't just get to go into things, and his team doesn't really let him do that.
Oof. Speaking of going into things, VP, they just find another cheeky kill. They might threaten high ground here. They've got the Chrono. I think you're right. It is a hard game for Matsuma. Like, maybe he goes for this more aggressive itemization you would consider him, but even then, there's always that issue of initially getting on top of targets. And maybe this was the right call. VP, as a result, they made the right call to continue to punish it the way they have. Because they're going to look for the buildings now. Cracks have fallen. Rolling Thunder through to try and break the line. GPK used the BKB pretty early here. But it's into the Zion. Zion's just going to fall. One more hit is needed. The Chrono's going to go down. But Timberman, the Magic Immunity's running out soon. The BKB is just about to end as the Earth Splitter comes off. And it's going to bring Matumbaman low. The Enrage to buy some time, but the Yules. Stats resistance doesn't work against that, my friend. The Stomp, the Laguna, he is dead and gone. The GG will get called. Secret do not wait around. They know this is over. VP, it's only been a week, but it is once again a 2-0 victory for the CIS team.
Yeah, VP are looking and pretty much like the top dog, I would say, right now. I feel like they're